turn up the heat. Boy, that line on that head, son. You like that hook set? Mm-hmm. Goes with a hat. Mm-hmm. You gotta be qualified. Goes with a hat. Boy, you like that head, son? Mm-hmm. You gotta be qualified. You gotta be a certified slackliner. We ain't started selling them yet. If you watch a lot of professional fishing or competition fishing like on the Elite Series, you're gonna see pros with all different kind of rods on the front deck, and a lot of them are gonna have different color lines. For instance, myself, I have it all the time. Here's a high-vis chartreuse. Here's a moss green color braid for swimming a jig. I even have fluorocarbon on my buzz bait. So you might be asking yourself, why so many color lines and what's the purpose for that? I use a lot of the high-vis on my spinning reel stuff because I tie a baseline of this is SX112, goes to a nice fluorocarbon leader. This is 8 pound. And what I'm trying to do is get this line where I can see it. This bottom line where the fish can't see it. Now, it's fluorocarbon doesn't mean it's totally invisible. That's a misconception. People think, well, fluorocarbon is invisible. No, it has a lower light reflection. It is not as visible as some other lines, but it still is visible. So you go braid, floral, you make the great combination. Low light situations, bad eyes, I can see this, keep up track with my bait. So then you ask yourself, why moss green on a swim jig? Well, I'm not needing to see my line as much. So I'm trying to camo my line in the water. Can fish see braided line? Absolutely. You know, it's very visible, and no matter who makes it, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there. I don't care if Chris Angel makes braid line, and he made an elephant disappear in Vegas. You can't make a braid that's not gonna eventually lose its color, and it's always gonna resort back to white, which was its original color. But I'll start with dark green, and if I throw it a bunch and it loses a little color, I'll take a marker and mark it right there because I know they can see it. But the moss green, I keep it there, it's nice and camo, but I don't need to see the line. I'm fishing off field. So a lot of my other rods, like what buzz baiting, casting a jig, pitching around, I'm gonna use fluorocarbon. Less stretch, lower visibility, but still visible, but lower, and it has a lower light reflection, so it's gonna be better in tough conditions. So that's my take on a lot of color lines. Can they see them? Yes. Do fish get line shy? Yes. It's up to you, the angler, to watch the bite. That's why a lot of times I'll have 3 or 4 different spinning rods. When I was at St. Clair, I'd have one with 8, one with 10, and one with 12. And I would watch the amount of bites and how much rapid they became on lower level line, like if it was 8 pound got more bites, or 12, or could I get by with the heaviest line. So rig up a couple of combos and check the bite ratio, and you might be able to figure out if the fish you're fishing for are line shy.